Hello again. I hope that you did well with those problems. We'll see just how well you did right now. For the first practice problem, letter D, we have x divided by 2 is equal to -5. So I'm going to show my x being split up into two groups. Okay, both groups together make the total of x. We've got two equal groups here. X divided by 2 is equal to -5. That means each one of these groups is represented by a -5. So together, two groups of -5 is equal to -10. X divided into two equal groups. Each of those equal groups has a value of -5. So I can represent that -5 in each of the groups. And our answer is -10. Okay, and we can show that with our algorithm. X divided by 2 times 2 is equal to -5 times 2. That gives me 2x over 2 is equal to -10, and 2x divided by 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we have x is equal to -10. We can test out our answer, make sure it's correct by doing a check. -10 divided by 2 is equal to -5, and that is correct. -5 is indeed equal to -5. All right, for E, we had x divided by 5 is equal to 2. So now my x is being split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see as the problems get a little more complicated, we end up running out of space for our models, which is why we're trying to always move to either a representation or to the algorithm, which the algorithm is the most efficient way to solve. So we have x divided by 5, represented by our 5 equal groups here in the blue paper, is equal to 2. Each of our groups, equal groups, is going to have that value of 2. So I'm going to show that over here so that I can count them up. No, I lost a group. Come back, group. And you'll notice when we have our 5 equal groups of 2, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we know that x is equal to 10. Let's see how that works out over here. Make sure we're correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Made sure I made enough space for my groups here. Inside each of those equal groups, we're going to have what we know is the value of one group, which is 2. So I can transfer that into each 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And 5 groups of 2 is 10. Those two match. Let's make sure our algorithm also matches. We have x divided by 2. Oh, I'm sorry, x divided by 5. And what we did was we ended up with 5 groups of 2, so we multiplied by 5. And I'm putting my 5 over 1 because that's still equal to 5, but it helps me keep track how to multiply numerator by numerator, numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. And that's equal to 2. And since we multiplied the left side of the equation by 5, we have to multiply the right side of the equation by 5. That gives me 5x divided by 5 is equal to 10. And we know that 5 divided by 5, excuse that I'm going over here, is equal to 1. So we have 1x is equal to 10. And then our check, well, we're gonna put our 10 back in for x. 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2, and that's correct because 10 divided by 5 is 2. So our check is just 2 is equal to 2, and it works out. Hope that makes sense. We're going to work on combining like terms next so that we can move on to solving multi-step equations after that. See you then.